Okay, so the next big step with the van is almost finished. Is very, very close to being finished. I have to do some plumbing things. I have to install the air conditioning, but basically it's just mounting a couple of things and plugging part A to part B. It's pretty much done. And then there's some electrical things I got to do too. But what we're doing right now is the cushions. I ordered these cushions off of Amazon, and they came in. They are 3 inches of high density foam, and then 1 inch of like a memory foam topping that's on the top. They're designed for RV beds, but I hope that they'll do well for RV seats converted to beds. So I'm gonna mark these up and cut them out, and then we'll take them into the van and take a look at how they work. One tip I learned from YouTube is that you can use a bread knife, and you just sort of score it until it gets down to the floor. I did a test cut here, and it's quite straight. So I'm gonna mark everything with a pen and then get cutting. I've got my straight edge here, and we will get to cutting. So this is kind of neat. I mean, there's been a whole bunch of things happening in the van and finishing up in the van. So let me cut these, and then I'll take them in the van and I'll show you what's going on inside the van, which is super cool. Actually, I should turn the heater on in the van, so by the time we cut these all out, it'll be nice and warm in the van. Okay, so I just sat down with Annie and we were discussing this, because this is sort of the couch section. It's long here with 2 pieces, and we got 3 along the back and then 1 on the passenger side. And they sort of notch in here, and they notch in up there in order to allow for the table to like settle in. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna have the cushion end here and then go all the way back. That way we can keep these 2 rectangular in shape. That one can be rectangular in shape. And then these 3 oddballs will be boom, 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 even across the back. It'll look quite nice. Annie was checking about getting the actual covers made in China. So I think that we'll probably try that and see if they can, because China, you can get all sorts of amazing different textures and designs of these cushion covers. So here you can see the foam is really good. So they've got 3 inches of high density foam and then 1 inch of the memory foam. I'm kind of thinking maybe it would been better to have a bit higher density foam than this, but I'm kind of excited because once I have all these cut, although the covers won't come for a while, I can like set these in the van and see like how they look, which is really exciting. Okay, so I have cut the cushions. So we have this one, that one's here, these 2, 3. This is for the table that will be in the center. We're gonna chop that into some pieces, and then that. This center section that will be over the table can become all sorts of different sections. I was thinking long and thin. That can be like back rests when you're sitting in the couch and you have the table uplifted. But Annie had a good idea. She says maybe making them this way across and then cutting them into pillow size, which is a good idea too. You don't want to cut them in too many pieces, otherwise when you have them all situated together as a bed, it's not going to be comfortable because it's so thin. Your arms are going to be sliding through the gaps in between the cushions and stuff. But now I can take you into the van. I can show you what's going on in the van. So let me show you a couple of things that have happened. Obviously the interior is basically done. I have to do some little like insulation behind some of these openings and then some finishing work, but otherwise it's pretty good. The back garage area is pretty well set. I do have to build a pillar here to support the panels as they go in, because if Eva was to try to climb in from the back for some reason, she could flip it and they would flip out. But this is what I'm really excited about. This guy right here. This is the table for the inside of the van. Look at that thing, it's so pretty. This is that rich light material, and if you look at it from the side, you can see all the bamboo textures here. It's just layered bamboo, a lot like cutting board, but it's all bamboo. I cut these notches out on either side here and there, and they basically sit on the sides of the cabinetry. So I'm going to lay in now the covers that are in the house, and then we'll put the cushions around. Okay, so before I put the cushions down, let me show you kind of how it looks right now. I'm really excited to put those cushions down, but I'm going to hold off a little bit. So I'm not sure if I showed you this, so we're going to go inside and take a look, but before we do, this is the folding table that kind of extends out. This will be kind of like my little bit of a picnic table. Put my coffee cup here. When I pull up to a campsite, I can put that down and then pull up the awning, and I've got a little area. The cool thing about this is I've got these this strap, and I can actually adjust the inclination of this so that, like, if I'm on a hill or something, I can make sure that it's straight. It's sort of not fixed. These are pretty cool. These are the brackets that hold it, and these are from a shower door, a glass shower door. Underneath it, I've got a plug with a couple of USB and USB-C on 120, and then I got a DC as well. The molding's not quite ready here, but I'm fixing that. We've got the step on the inside, also the shower pan that I'm working on. It's not finished yet. That's another project that's on the docket. I did find this material at Costco. This is like, it's like a runner for a garage. Man, this stuff is so nice. Cut it. It has rubber on the backside so it doesn't scuff or ruin the floor. And then, if you guys remember, when I laid down this floor, the epoxy set up really quick, and I have some ripples, and I was really disappointed with it. Especially, I use the same material on the ceiling here, and the floor contrasted because it had some of those ripples. But now with these runners, I mean, look at that. That is super nice. I mean, that is really, really, really nice. And so I'm very happy with that. The countertops are in. I don't know if I showed you how much of that. This is all rich light material. I got my little shelf there for my coffee when my seats are swung around in entertainment mode. And so I have that section there. I even use some of the runner material as like countertop holders for stuff because it does sort of stick a little bit. It doesn't stick very much. It slides around, but I could probably put some rubber stoppers on the bottom. This section here actually is designed for this step right here, which I don't need it right now because it's clean, but yeah, I can use that for that. As we move forward, you can see the counter. I got this nice little counter, and the counter actually dips into the window here. And then I have a cable catch here, so I can put cables on in there. But how do you plug them in if you can't get in there? Well, there's these little openings here that cut out and actually go deep into the body of this cavernous opening here, because there was like a whole opening here that was like unused, and I'm like, what a waste of space if I just put the table there. So what I'm gonna do, because this width here is specifically the max diameter width of a common bottle of wine. So I can put alcohol and wine in this cubby here, and it's lined with insulation right now. I could actually finish it, but I'm not really nervous about finishing it right now. I just sort of want to get the van wrapped up. And then I can actually also, I have a cable down here that I can't quite reach right now that is wired to its own circuit, plugged into the electrical system 120, and I'm going to hook up a power strip there. And then if I have a coffee maker, say on the table here, I can just put the cables down below, pull off one of these openings, and plug it in, and then cover the opening, and then everything is very seamless and smooth. And yeah, so these are the openings, and then they just fit perfectly there and there. Pretty cool. We have all the drawers and everything that are in. The countertop's really, really cool. One of the things that I was thinking about doing is putting a couple of brackets here and here and here, and then straps, like tie-down straps. So if I did have an appliance that I wanted to have out while I was moving, I could strap it down and tie it down. I don't want to have like some people were like, oh, you're gonna have all sorts of stuff out. Not really. I want to have like appliances all stored away up on top here. Right now it's just some covers right there, but I mean the idea is to have coffee makers, appliances, heaters, grinders for coffee, all of that stuff in the cabinets. And when I stop, I pull them out and I have them out and I make my things, and then when I'm done I put them back. So basically the thing that you see here is this nice minimalist look. Another thing we got a kitchen sink, and we have a water filter, and we've hooked that up, which is pretty cool. I'll show you that in another episode. I have this beautiful material. This is the same as the countertop material. That is my sink cover, and that goes there. Everything's coated with a material called Poly-X, and apparently you can touch it up. So if it does get a little scratched up, this Ridgelight has it's a leathery surface, so it does get a little bit scored up and scratched. But I think that all I'd have to do is scuff it lightly, and then do another Poly-X coating every 6 months or so, and it wouldn't hurt. So this is the sitting area, and now that all the panels are down, I can show you one thing. This is pretty cool. So I got this L-track, and all of this L-track is mounted and bolted to steel reinforced bars that are against the steel reinforced frame of the van. And I was trying to think of how I might have a jump seat in the van. There's not a lot of room to put a jump seat between the two cabinets, but I found a company called called the Seatbelt Company, and I got these mounts. These are L-track mounts, really heavy duty. They actually lock into 3 of the L-track holes that are here on the wall and here on the base. And what you can do is you can set the height, right, so it locks in, and then a 3-point buckle. It's set up for Eva right now, so it's a little bit loose. So let me adjust. So now, tighten this down, and somebody can sit here and be relatively safe, locked in, and they're not sliding around. And they have access to the table, which is right here. They have access to this right here, so they can hang out here. They can read a book. The cushions will be here, obviously, so there'll be a little boost under their bottom, but they can be relatively safe. I was thinking this would be the seat that Eva would sit in when we're underway. So she's buckled in really tightly. She's 3-pointed. These countertops and these cabinets are actually are all bolted in. So if we do have a little fender bender or a bump, none of this stuff is going to be flying around. She should be pretty safe here, and she's all covered in all sides with protection. And then there's no glass either, so there's no glass windows on this side that could shatter. There's this window here, but that's if God forbid something happens, it blows out that way. So I was thinking about how to do this, and we have all these L-tracks, and I had these extra heavy-duty L-track mounts, and I bolted them to the seatbelt bolt, and we have a really nice seat-belted position, which is great. Plus, whoever's sitting there has access to DC, USB-C, and USB standard, and then a 120 volt USB-C, USB standard, and 2 plugs, which is cool. So now the cool is the table. So like I said, this table is made out of that a black diamond on the top, black diamond on the bottom from Ridgelight, and then bamboo along the middle. It is a really, really beautiful table. It's designed such that it doesn't conflict with any of the cabinets, so you're not going to have a problem there. When you have the curvature that you like, and you're in position where you're comfortable, then you go under here and you have these 2 latches. This one at the bottom for the riser, and this one for the other riser, and then you just latch it in. The table is through bolted to the bottom of the van, and then you have yourself the table. One of the things I'm very curious about is the height of the table, because right now it's perfect for me. But when I have the cushions under my butt, I'm probably going to raise up an inch after I'm compressed down the cushion. So let's see how that goes. The other thing that I want to know is when this thing is pushed down into the floor, which I'll show you in a second, it becomes a bed all the way across, and I want to know how that looks. But first, let's put down the cushions with the table up. Laying down, second one. Laying down. Wow. All right, guys, I'm sharing this with you at the same time that I'm seeing it for the first time, and it looks awesome. You ready? You ready for me to sit down? I'm going to sit down. I'm going to unlock the table here, which I can do with one hand. Okay. I'm going to rotate the table a little bit, because this seat, my seat right here, you have to sort of shimmy into a little bit. Not too much, but a little bit. And then we're sitting down. Okay. The table could go a little higher. I could actually put a block under the table that would allow the table to raise up. Just put like a base cut out here underneath the table that would add some distance. But no need to worry about that right now. Ooh, this is really nice. This is super comfy. I'm gonna get Annie over here and let her give her opinion. So I want your opinion on how the cushion is with the table and everything.
Oh, not too high.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, not too bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not too high.
Yeah.
Could be a little higher, but does it feel comfortable?
Yeah, it's comfy.
Yeah.
But won't hurt.
And then the cushions with the wrapping on it, and that'll add some rigidity. Come over here and sit next to the table so you can feel kind of what that's like.
Yeah, here need a piece of code.
Okay, let me put the table down, and then we'll see how that looks, and then you can tell me about. Yeah, I don't have the heater on right now. If I was going to do this, I have to undo this latch, undo that latch, then it's loose. Then I have to tip this one up, and then you just lift that one. Okay. Then I have to lock it back. You ready? Mm-hmm. I oversized it a little bit.
It's okay. It will squeeze in anyways. There's worms.
Oh! Oh!
Sleep over tonight.
We could. I could warm this thing up. We could sleep in the van. It didn't heat up quick. What do you think of it? It cut out in the back? Everything?
Yep. Okay, cool.
Cool?
Let's sleep here tonight. Really?
Is that a comfortable length? Because this is my length here. So, like, I would lay here.
You don't move anyways.
Yeah.
I'll lay in the middle.
And then Eva lays at that
Here,
side.
let's try tonight.
Okay. Well, we'll do it in the parking lots because it's otherwise we're leaning. The driveway leans a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to try it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Camp out in the van.
And Roro sleep here.
And Roro, Roro can sleep there. We won't have to worry if she has to go up for peeing. We just open the sliding door.
You are gonna be excited about that.
Yeah. Is it cushion enough?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's enough. My butt didn't hurt.
Yeah, great. Super cool. I've been dreaming about the day that I'd have the cushions in this van, because that's like almost done.
Cool, very cool.
Cool, okay.
Camping tonight?
Yeah, can. Annie approved. That's good.